She can feel safe around me.
No, I just don't.
Do you not feel safe around me, Nikki?
No, I do. I'm just... It's fine. I'm just venting to Hags. And so I just
Do you not feel safe around me?
No, I do, but I also know that, like, you're also a part of the people that have said some of the things.
Like what?
Well, I'm just saying in terms of, like...
No, I stand by and I listen, and I specifically said, and they even got mad at me, I said, I don't think she's doing it maliciously.
Doing what maliciously?
But that's what they were saying.
What am I even doing?
But I'm saying what they were saying that you're doing.
Right, but what am I doing? Can I know? What is it that I'm doing? I was told I have to cook for this week, so what am I doing that's malicious?
They said that, okay, this is how it all started, and I was just sitting over there. And please don't take, just because I'm there geographically, that I agree with it.
I know.
Because I don't want to be lumped into any of this at all. And that's why when I heard what was being said about Cal, I went to Cal. That's why I didn't just sit over there and just listen to the braiding. I hate that. I hate it. So I went to Cal and I spoke to him. We had a nice conversation. We shook hands. It was great. That and I don't want you to think that I'm over there going, yeah, Nikki, rah, rah, rah. The group or the people over there were just, and it wasn't even you as much as Cal, obviously. They just felt like he has his kind of own prerogative and his own thing, and he's not going to rest until everything is his way, what he came in here believing was right and should be done. And they put you in there too because
I've been hanging out with him.
That's part of it, yes. And they say they just believed basically that, like, you were unhappy and that this is some kind of, like, personal vendetta with Aaron. And
but I didn't ask to do this.
Yeah.
I didn't ask. Rob told me to. I said, why don't we all split up the $200 and get it personally? We all do our own personal thing, and the people who want to do the group thing can do the group thing. But, like, just so that it's like a group decision and people can do whatever they want with the money instead of people pulling away, it makes it less. And Rob was saying that he was ready to do the same thing. So when we said that to Rob, like, oh, like, let's all divide our money, instead of coming back, he's like, yeah, I'm going to bring it up at the meeting. Instead, he approached me and said, why don't you cook for like a week? Or first he said the 3 days, and then I was like, well, really to show like how the food would be different would be a whole week. And that was the only suggestion I made, that to make it fair, it should be a whole week. I didn't ask to do this at all, you know, and so I didn't have any personal agenda or anything like that. I didn't expect to cook. I never cooked for 15 people before. I didn't expect it coming here. Did I think it was going to be like different people signing up to cook together and like have it be a communal more type of kitchen? Yes, that's what I imagined, because that's what most communities do. People sign up different days. There's not one person that generally cooks all the food. That's what I was expecting coming here. I wasn't expecting someone to be in the kitchen running the whole thing. That you have to ask someone if you need to, if you can take half of a banana. Like, I want it to get to a point where if people are hungry, they can just go in the shelves and take it. And showing that there's tons of food and people can be full, and we're not living in this, like, certain things are basic needs. Food is a basic need. Sleep is a basic need. Those are the things that should be met priority before other things. And that's just what, like, I hope this week shows. Not that, like, oh, I'm only going to pour this much and I'm scared to take too much. Like, and that's not how we're meant to live. And, like, I don't want to live in fear all the time and being, like, scared in the kitchen. And so, like I said, I was told to do, or asked, or whatever it was. This was not Rob's idea. So
I think all that needs to happen now is, like, because obviously we see, like, this group over here is talking about this group over here. Like, we need to come together and address it.
So then should I bring it up in the meeting?
Yeah, I would think so.
And say what? Like,
just like the... First of all, I don't envy you. And that's because you have the kitchen is by far the most, like, vulnerable position of power to have. Like, if you even make one misstep, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's not an enviable position to have. It's almost kind of destined to fail. You know what I'm saying? Because there's really two ways to go about food. You can either, at least in the financial position that we're in, you can either have a little bit of, like, the really, really healthy stuff or a lot of the not so healthy stuff.
But I'm showing that it's both. There's a lot and it's both.
Well, and that was another part, was, like, they think that, like, you've already gone way over the budget. And
I haven't. I've kept track.
Yeah, make sure you tell them that, though. Because they're not, that's the one, I think that's, like, the lost in translation, is because certain people think that, like, you're already up to $200 and you're still making...
I'm at $178.
Yeah, you just have to tell them that.
I know.
Because that's a mistranslation. And that's, I think, where a lot of the animosity is coming from.
Okay.
So talk to them about that. I think really it's, like, first and foremost, like, a budgetary thing. Like, people are like, you know, it's just, you know, oh, she can't make it happen on a budget and whatever. So just make sure you show the people that don't understand what's going on or aren't in there, like, seeing everything. Like,
so, like, when do I present that?
I would do it at the meeting when it's formality and everybody's sitting down. That's when I would do it.
Okay.
But you just have to, I mean, people just, the way these things get started is hearsay, and that's why we have the structure.
Right.
Is so that we don't.
So you think when it's time we have actually finish and then I'll tell
I'm just saying, like, that's why we have the structure, is to avoid this witch hunt thing that we've. Because I could tell you, Nikki, 15 different things that I've heard, and none of them are the same, and I don't know where anybody's getting anything,
Right.
and I'm just kind of like this bouncer that, like, goes and has to talk to each person individually, because I don't know. And I've learned my lesson in just listening to one person, because then that makes me wrong, and I don't like to be wrong. And I think that if you just sat down and showed everybody this is what is actually going on, then they would understand. But for right now, the group is going back to that whole, like, he said, she said, I saw, I think I saw, I'm pretty sure type thing. And that's when, like, people get their head cut off. And that's why we need that organization and that structure. And that's why we have the meetings that are so important.
Right.
So that we can come together and hear things.
So then should I just ask Dedeker for the receipts? Like, and so at the meeting be like, these are the 4 receipts from where the food came from. I'm at whatever amount.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing you can do, and then you know from there on, this is just a personal vendetta, and you can't do anything about it.
This is not a personal vendetta, you mean?
No, I'm saying if you show them that, like, everything that they're griping about is incorrect, and they are still unhappy, then you know that it's nothing that you're, that it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing everything that the structure wants you to do and that we're supposed to do, that it's just, you know then that, like, well, that person just might not personally like me. Or maybe if Aaron's still mad about it, then it's just because he's not in the kitchen and that's where he wants to be. You understand what I'm saying? It becomes more of that person, it becomes not Nikki being wrong anymore, it becomes Aaron just is kind of jealous, or, you know, his ego doesn't like you being in the kitchen and maybe doing better than he is. But that's what you need to do.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to go to. What time is it? Do you know?
I have no clue. It's daytime. But I don't want you to feel unsafe around me. That kind of irked me.
It's not that I feel unsafe. It's that, like, it's like, this is why I'm happy with the change that's going to happen. Because people are sitting around all day long. Like, they're not doing anything. What is Aaron doing today? He's not cooking. So what's his excuse? What is he doing? And so it's like, you know, why are we sitting, why are people sitting around talking about each other instead of being productive or instead of doing something? And those are the people that are going to be nominated. Because who wants to see, like, people just sitting there, like, cutting down the tall poppies, like, because someone's doing well in the kitchen when they didn't even ask to do it? Like,
well, and then you gotta, you know what I'm saying, that's beyond you.
Right.
It's not, it supplement you with anybody. It's not like a Nikki thing. It's an Aaron not being happy now.
He starts something with every single person here. He's literally, except for a few, but he's literally raised his voice, like, men, women alike. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're doing something that, like, he doesn't like, he yells at you. Like, he, like, I don't understand. I don't understand him.
I just don't want you to be upset.
I'm so upset.
Well, I'm saying, like, all you can do now, though, to kind of, like, calm this all down and, like, let it be an actuality instead of a he said, she said.
That's what I'm going to just do. Like, when they say updates on the kitchen, I'll be like,
bam.
No, there's been some hearsay. These are the receipts. This is how much has been spent. There was some extra, like, you know, since we would be going over a budget given Bree's thing, but that's why we asked for, you know, there's extra money. And
that's all you can do.
I'm going to say that
the group, and then I hope that the group is smart enough to see, okay, well, obviously then this isn't like a Nikki or a structure fault thing. This is like Aaron has some kind of personal,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so
because he is the one going around making it known that you're already above $200 and
I'm not. Oh, my goodness.
I'm saying, like, this is just, and I'm just telling you what this is, what has been said over there. So that's why I want you to, that's why I want you then to show what's really going on.
Okay.
Just to,
yeah,
so that people don't keep feeding into this frenzy, you know? You have to stop the frenzy.
Right.
Because there are a lot of people that, like you said, have not much to do during the day besides go into that.
Yeah, so I'm just going to ask Dedeker.
Just go get the receipts and just lay it to rest, and then the group will see, like, okay, this is an Aaron problem, and it's specifically to Aaron, and if he doesn't like it, then we need to address Aaron, not Nikki or Cal. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what I would do if I were you. But I love you. Kind of hook.
Yeah.
Feel better. Just stupid. That'll pass. It's just stupid, and you have the power to change it and make it better. So just believe in yourself, and don't be afraid.
And that's how it is here.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Because you come from a position of love, and
I'm not even trying to do harm. I just want people to like not be scared of food.
That's what I think, and people are going to realize that. But the first step in doing that is you doing that today.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
Right now. Okay,
absolutely knows the difference between oatmeal and split pea soup. Came into the kitchen with a pot boiling with a lid on high.